the problem with Israel isn't just the genocide that they just committed, but that would be enough. That is a horrific injustice.
In Gaza.
In Gaza. I mean, you've got well over 70,000 dead. You've got God knows how many thousands buried in the rubble, and they're adding to the count every day. You've got 10% of the entire population that was either killed or injured, which is a stunning number. That's why almost every genocide scholar says it's obviously a genocide, right?
10% of the entire population?
Yes, either killed or injured. Okay.
So that'd be over 200,000. Just to be clear on that, like that's a number that we should know, I think, since we paid for it. And I think it's so important to know what death tolls and the injury count is, because you did this and you have to know what the consequences are. I think it's totally fair. There are estimates that it's over 500,000. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the point. We should know that.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
have a right to know that.
With Israel, you have gaslighting that is extreme, where you don't have that in any other.
Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, gaslighting is when the media takes something very reasonable you're saying and makes it sound like it's crazy. Like, so we say, we gave them $21.7 billion in the middle of a genocide. Okay. So that's on top of the $300 billion, right? And that's, by the way, 10 to 12 billion we spent bombing Iran, Yemen, and almost all their enemies in the same period of time. We just gave them another 8.6 billion and another 3.3 billion. That happened in the last 2 weeks. So when you say, let's just take one sliver of that. Hey, I didn't want to pay for a genocide. I didn't want to do that. I don't want you to spend my money killing 20,000 children. I don't care what race or religion they are.
Why are you so hateful?
Exactly. And that's literally what they say.
No, I'm against killing kids. They didn't do anything, actually.
Yeah. And they say, so you hate Jews. That's gaslighting, right? Okay. I love Jewish people. This is not about the Jews. So, but this country wants us to pay for a genocide. I just don't want to pay for a genocide. They listen to all that and they go, now everybody understand that Cenk Tucker is an anti-Semite who hates Jews and is like an immoral person. And if you're not pro-genocide, you're anti-Jewish. No, don't say that. Don't say that, because you're actually going to get my Jewish friends hurt. When you say you're anti-genocide means you're anti-Jewish, that equates Judaism with genocide. Don't. Yeah. I don't know anything that drives up anti-Semitism more than that. Mainstream media purposely blends all these things together. Partly because Israel wants to use Jewish Americans as human shields. They want to say, if you're attacking us, you're attacking Jewish Americans. And so you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to, right? But in reality, there's Jews as people / Jewish Americans. Then there's how you feel about Israel. Then there's how you feel about the Israeli government, right? We are talking about the current Israeli government. And they say, no, you're talking about Jews, because they want to hide behind that, right? When we keep saying, no, not the Jews, and they're like, no, the Jews, we're like, stop saying the Jews. It's not the Jews.
Well, moreover, I get to define what I think.
Yeah, let me give you 2 examples about how they are taking our freedom away. Okay, so a friend of mine runs a company in LA. He gets an email from what looks like probably a bot, but it could be an Israeli troll, whatever it is. But somebody writing in saying, we found out that one of your American workers is an anti-Semite and you should fire her. He's like, really? Oh, I didn't know that. What did she do? Did she attack someone? Did she say something outrageous? And he finds out that she had put up a Palestinian flag during the genocide in support of, like, hey, I'm against the genocide, these poor people, on her Facebook account. That's it. Nothing against Israel.
You're allowed to have that view. You can support the Palestinians. You can support Hamas. You can support whatever you want as an American.
She doesn't even say anything against Israel, let alone Jews. She just says, just has the Palestinian flag. Now, all of a sudden, the Israelis are emailing your boss and saying, if they dare even support the Palestinians, treat them as humans, they're anti-Semites and they should be fired. No, that's oppression. That's oppression, and it's against the average American. I can't stand it. Tucker, it's worked for them. So now that leads to the second example, Barry Weiss, right? So Barry Weiss claims she's like, remember when she was at the New York Times, she's fighting against cancel culture. Our college campuses have been taken over by cancel culture.
Well, she promoted cancel culture when she was on the campus of her college, Columbia, when she pushed for anyone who was against Israel to be silenced. I mean, she's always been for cancel culture.
Exactly. So she actually started her career as a student who went around saying, I'm proudly Zionist, and I'm going to try to take out Arab and Muslim professors who don't toe the line for Israel. So she got famous doing cancel culture on college campuses.
Oh, I remember very well.
Then she pretends in the middle of her career that she's against cancel culture, specifically on college campuses. I mean, the lie is so brazen,
I
right?
know.
And then she goes to Free Press and then starts cancel culture again on college campuses. They spoke out against Israel. They should be fired. They should be arrested.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about arresting Americans for disagreeing with another government, with another country. I mean, if you're not bothered by that, then you have a servant mindset, right?
Yes.
These folks obviously have 94% of Congress. They obviously, pro-Israel factions have almost all of establishment media. We can come back to why, okay? And I'm okay with it. I will serve them. Well, I'm not okay with it. I don't want to bow. I love that America's free. We came for that freedom, and that freedom is delivered for us. But I don't want to give it away.